After working for many years in medical devices, robotics, AI, my uncle got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it was frustrating for the whole family, especially when we're not around him to make sure he's safe. And then, like, to see the progression of the disease, a lot of changes, a lot of new treatment medications, and following up, and a lot of unknown as well.
So I'm here with David Hoja, CEO and founder of Parrots. We're talking about startups, we're talking about entrepreneurial journeys. David, tell us, what is Parrots trying to solve?
Yes. So we're helping a patient with neurological conditions and their healthcare providers. We're starting with patients with Alzheimer's, dementia, and similar conditions. We're helping them with healthcare management, tracking symptoms and behavior, and early detection.
And so, what exactly is the product? How is that working?
So the first product is a SaaS platform leveraging existing systems with smartwatches and iPad. And from there, it's pretty much doing cognitive assessment about how the patient is doing and tracking the progression of the disease over time and giving alerts and analytics to the provider so they can take care of their patients, tracking new symptoms, and even to do early interventions.
That sounds like a lot to happen with just some regular consumer devices. How did you go about thinking of the route you wanted to take technically?
Yes, the route we're starting with analyzing how the patient is doing, which is healthcare management, and then we're gonna have the second generations. It will add more sensors to analyze more data, including some brain waves. So these are going for the next generation. So that will add to early detection to help patients to get early diagnostic, which is very important these days, which is one of the huge unmet need, not just in Alzheimer's, in many diseases. And we're going to tap into that space.
Obviously, there's a need for this kind of product. One thing that we've talked about, and you actually mentioned in your pitch over the pitch weekend that the Harvard Law Entrepreneurship Project hosted, was a story about your uncle. And I would love for you to share just a little bit of that story, because what we're trying to do with the Visionaries and Ventures Convention is highlight how we can learn from people with other perspectives. And obviously you learned a lot from your uncle. You loved him very much. Can you just share that with us?
Yes, after working for many years in medical devices, robotics, AI, my uncle got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it was frustrating for the whole family, especially when we're not around him to make sure he's safe. And then, like, to see the progression of the disease, a lot of changes, a lot of new treatment medications, and following up, and a lot of unknown as well. So that's like the main thing. And from there, I just like want to do something to help him. And then in the process, I figured this is a huge problem. It's a global problem. If you're talking about US, we're talking about over 6 million patients with Alzheimer's, and it's keep growing. Even there's no full cure for Alzheimer right now. There's so many challenges. So that's why all of that just inspired me to build something. And then another thing why the name, my uncle who got Alzheimer, he's having a parrot, gray parrot, very smart, mimicking everybody in the house. And I felt I can build like AI companion or assistant. And like I remember that bird, like I can build AI assistant, like works as a companion, like in their shoulder in a way. So like that's why the inspiration, the name. So connecting all the dots together, plus adding to my medical experiences to build something for him and for many people worldwide.
I love that story. I think sometimes, no offense to any of the startups out there, but sometimes the names, they just are random words. They're trying to just be unique. But there's a real background story to this name.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like even adding to this. Actually, I love birds and I love how they can be very smart, and they have great visions. You can see like all kind of birds. They have the freedom to fly, and that's when I want to give freedom to people to.
So maybe to end the interview, do you have any advice that you would give to other startup founders out there who are interested in making a difference?
Yes, I would start by following curiosity and unveiling the unknown and finding a clear problem statement that you want to solve. And from there, follow your passion where you can see to build something. And then until you can even solve, like serving a bigger purpose. So that's pretty much I would say my advice or equation or whatever you call it, like from curiosity to passion to a bigger purpose.
Well, that seems like great advice, and a great way to end the interview. David, thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.
All right.